Well, thank you for joining us this morning. Merci d'être ici aujourd'hui. I'm joined by MPP Steve Clark, our deputy leader, and also thank you to MPP Lauren Coe and MPP Jim McDonnell for joining us this morning. I want to first address the disturbing revelations brought forward by Global News. Last night, the government has made a beer in the grocery store's announcement first thing this morning, which means they know the story is really bad news for them. By allowing violent sex offenders to roam our streets with no supervision, Kathleen Wynne has failed the most important test of leadership, keeping our streets safe and keeping our communities safe. Many of these offenders have admitted they have no supervision while on probation. And even more shocking, Global interviewed an offender who admitted he could have easily reoffended. The highest responsibility of our government is to help keep Ontario families safe. La responsabilité la plus importante de notre gouvernement est d'aider à protéger les familles de l'Ontario. The public deserves to have faith in our justice system. Parents shouldn't have to worry about their child walking home from school. Victims of sexual or domestic violence have the right to feel safe after their attacker is released. Les victimes de violences sexuelles et domestiques ont le droit de se sentir en sécurité après la sortie de la personne qui l'a attaqué. Right now, there's no such certainty. The government is completely letting people down. They have failed to protect young families from dangerous offenders who are freely roaming our streets. Did they know about this issue? What are they doing about it? Are they tracking these convicted criminals? Are they taking this issue seriously? The public deserves to know. Kathleen Wynne should remove Minister Naqvi from cabinet immediately should he fail to do the right thing and resign on his own today. Kathleen Wynne devrait renvoyer la ministre Naqvi du cabinet s'il ne parvient pas à faire un bon choix et démissionner aujourd'hui. The Ontario public deserves better. The public's expectations are to have good governance. What they're getting is a government plagued with scandals, mismanagement, and stories like the one we just heard. The government has faced five OPP investigations. This government has 2 court trials beginning in 4 months. And the Liberals continue to prioritize Liberal friends over hardworking Ontario families. I'm proud that today the Ontario PCs are announcing our accountability and ethics plan. And thank you so much to Steve Clark, who has worked so hard on this file in particular. Je suis fier qu'aujourd'hui les progressifs conservateurs de l'Ontario annoncent notre plan d'action pour la responsabilité et l'éthique. It includes 8 significant measures that will promote fairness in politics and government. This will be debated and voted on in the legislature later today. Why are we doing this now? Simple, because whatever the Liberals have said they have done to clean up government does not go nearly far enough. C'est simple, parce que tout ce que les libéraux ont dit qu'ils ont fait pour nettoyer le gouvernement ne va pas assez loin. Have they really put a stop to cash for access scandal? They didn't go nearly far enough. Have they stopped helping out their friends? Unfortunately not. This week we learned that a key player in the Premier's Hydro One sell-off scheme has been appointed to the Home Capitals Board, which is embroiled in the news of you scratch my back, I'll scratch yours scheme. Has the government closed the loophole to prevent ministers from fundraising or banned the practice of having fundraising targets? We remember those headlines over extraordinary fundraising targets set upon ministers. They haven't banned these targets. They have not gone far enough. Are former ministerial staff engaging in unethical lobbying practices? We want to make sure they aren't. We've heard too many stories of a staff member leaving a minister's office and then working for a stakeholder very shortly thereafter. Is there enough transparency in the Integrity Commissioner investigations of ministerial staff? We believe there certainly isn't. Are the Liberals feathering their nests for the next election using taxpayer money for partisan advertising? Yes, and they should stop. It is not fair. The Auditor General should have the power to call this out. Is it fair that ministers can keep their jobs if they've been named in a police investigation? We believe they should be temporarily stepping aside until their name is cleared of any wrongdoing. Finally, are we sure that staff are not still deleting emails inappropriately over matters such as the Global News story? We want an audit to ensure that 100% of the rules are being followed. We urge Kathleen Wynne and her Liberals to show Ontario families that the government has an ounce of integrity left. There's no reason not to support these measures. If the Liberal MPPs, if the Liberal government believes in ethics and accountability and believe that they want to show the government has integrity, they will support the opposition motion today. They will support these eight important measures to clean up government here in Ontario. Nous demandons à Kathleen Wynne et ses libéraux de montrer aux familles de l'Ontario que leur gouvernement a une certaine intégrité et appuie ces mesures. Thank you very much, and I'd be happy to take any of your questions.